Hey guys, how you doing? This is Travis and I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well, if you happen to find yourself with an iPad Pro, a 10.5-inch model, and you're in the market for a keyboard case combo and you don't know where to start, we're going to do a general unboxing today of this Logitech Slim Combo keyboard case, and we're going to check it out and just see if the features justify the price, if the different viewing modes are something that a lot of users might find handy or useful, and just kind of give us just a general overview of its basic features and its functionality. So stay tuned guys, we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, here we go. Alright, the Logitech Slim Combo, what do you need to know? Well, first of all, if you look around on Amazon.com, these sell for about $129. You can find some used models popping up on eBay from time to time around $80 to $100. If you're unsure about the Logitech brand, if you're maybe new to computer accessories and so on, Logitech's been around for quite a while. I've been using Logitech products for probably close to 25 years, whether it was an early mouse I bought as a kid or a video game controller or speakers. I really don't have too much trouble with Logitech products, and I would honestly expect no less from this product. So we've got the Slim Combo, case with detachable backlit keyboard and smart connector technology. So the keyboard itself is going to connect not with the Bluetooth, but using the smart connector port, I guess you could call it that, or hookup or connection on the side of the iPad Pro. It's also going to be backlit from the battery of the iPad Pro. Now, if you're worried about the backlighting draining the battery of the iPad Pro quickly, what I've read is that it uses between 1% and 3% per hour of your iPad Pro battery. So you should make it through, full days worth of basic work, or you should not really see any major battery drain issues using this keyboard off and on. And again, let's just go ahead and see what else it has to offer. Alright, so on the back side, we've got 4 different modes that we can put this into. We have got ourselves a typing mode that we can go into. We've got a viewing mode, a Facetime mode, which is pretty cool, and a reading mode. Okay, you also have the option to simply detach the screen from the keyboard when you get there and use it however you want to. So a few of the features, we've got the detachable keyboard. We've got the keyboard connects, the adjustable keyboard backlighting, which is good, especially if you are worried about your battery life. Protective case with any angle stand, and the Apple Pencil holder. Now keep in mind that the Apple Pencil is not included with this keyboard when you buy it, but again, for 130 bucks, you wish it would be. Made for the iPad, so it is actually certified, and all you have in the box is the backlit keyboard case and the documentation, and it looks like a 1-year warranty. And I'll put the model information up about this unit a little bit later on. So let's go ahead and just see exactly how this thing comes packed and what it looks like and give you some first impressions. Alright, so you got this little magnetic latch system on the side of the box. That's pretty cool. Alright, so what we got here? Ultra lightweight, 50-degree tilt angle, powered by iPad, uses minimum power. Again, definitely a bonus when it comes to these keyboards. We'll go ahead and take this out. So here's the actual keyboard unit itself. Let's push that off to the side. Got kind of a rubberized coating right here. Says Slim Combo. You've got your magnet with your port that will hook up to the dock on the side of the iPad Pro. Okay, feels fairly sturdy. It's not too bad. I mean, it does flex a little bit. The back of it's got a nice, almost like a speaker grate texture on the back of it. That's one of the things about these. That's one of the things that kind of bugs me about the iPad Pro. Is just it's hard to hold on to. It's thin. It feels kind of fragile, even though it's really not. Not that you want to beat it around at all, but I'm used to having a little more heft in my iPads because I came from an iPad 3 to the iPad Pro, so there's a definite change in the form and the feel and just the overall weight and the durability. So not bad. Let's just kind of do a quick test of the keys. Shallow keys. I'm gonna say you've got just a few millimeters of travel. I mean, plenty of space, no problems at all. I've got medium-sized hands and I have no trouble at all finding home row. Old school terminology for some of you. You got your backlighting keys right up here on the top. Okay, you do have your Apple command key right here, which is important depending on what you do. I happen to be a Spanish teacher, and these command keys come in really handy when it comes to typing characters in Spanish. Global button that must let you choose between languages. I'm just guessing without actually hooking it up. But so far, I mean, I am pretty impressed. So let's set that off to the side. Okay, we've got a little foam packing in here. And now the cover itself, don't worry, we'll put it on the iPad here in just a little bit. Okay, they do give you instructions on how to install it. Okay, and you can register it for the warranty if you want to. Okay, and you do have a little stand that'll pop out on the back here, and we'll probably, we'll wait till we get that hooked up before we mess around with it. Don't want to break it. You've got all your different cutouts right here for the ports. You've got your 2 cutouts for the speakers on the top. And I'm guessing these are just going to clear the speakers on the bottom just looking at it. It is just a hard plastic shell. It does look like it's going to clip into the edges where your screen comes into the frame. So it's going to lock into place. You've got your different ports for obviously the camera, the power button. Okay, so the power button itself is soft and springy. That's cool. And the volume buttons are basically separate buttons which are held into place with like kind of a little latch system. Okay, that's interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and just install it real quick, and we'll just kind of come back and take a general look and see what it does and check out the different viewing modes. All right, so basic installation really was just a snap. You've got nice clicks that give you, you know, they definitely tell you that it is hooked into place. It isn't going to go anywhere. It's not going to fall out. Do apologize for the reflections in the screen here. I mean, it does, you know, add a little bit of extra grip to it. It does make it a little bit easier to hold on to. Doesn't feel like it's going to slide out of my hands now. Okay, there's no problems there. Again, you've got your pen stylus holder right here on the side. The buttons are nice and responsive. Let's go ahead and try those real quick here. Volume buttons, very easy to use. Nice soft buttons, no problems there. Again, this does give you a little bit of protection for the edges of the screen too, which is very nice. Let's go ahead and check out the top. Okay, you can see where you've got your, I'm assuming microphones on the top there. I gotta be honest, guys, I've only had the iPad Pro for 7 days, and after coming from an iPad 3, it's like going to a new car. Definitely got the cutouts for the speakers and the headphone jack. Again, the back here, again, the microphones, you can see where the little stand is gonna flip out. We'll play around with that here in a little bit. Okay, you got your hookups for your charging cable and your speakers on the bottom. All right, so this looks good. It's nice and sturdy and solid. It doesn't feel cheap. It definitely feels like something that's going to it's going to hold up and is going to last quite a bit of use. All right, let's move on and go ahead and connect it to the keyboard and see how it looks. All right, so the basic connection that you're going to make there, it should be fairly obvious. You got a magnet that's going to suck in the latch right here in this system. It's going to hook up to the connection port on the bottom there. And just flat, okay, no problems. Things look nice. Okay, now if you want to go into just your basic typing mode, almost like your laptop mode more or less, all you got to do, let's turn that off real quick, is just go and take your flap, which will pop up this way, okay? Go ahead and set it back this way. Zoom out a little bit for you. And there you go. And let's go ahead and unlock that. All right, no Siri, we're not interested. All right, cool. And just to kind of show you what it looks like from the side, very sturdy, secure. It doesn't feel like it's going to break or fall apart or anything like that. I definitely like that. It's nice. Okay, from the side you get a decent angle. It's perfect for viewing. And obviously reflections are going to be an issue because you've got that gloss screen going on. So that's one thing you want to watch out for. Okay, all right, so that's definitely one way to substitute for a laptop if you happen to have a Pro. And I've been told that these are fairly speedy. Again, I've only had it for about 7 days and just used it for some basic chores around the classroom. It's going to definitely be seeing a lot more use here in the near future. Okay, let's check out a few more of the viewing modes. All right, to go into FaceTime mode, it's pretty simple. Just go ahead and detach the keyboard. Make sure that you've got your little flap out. Okay, you can kind of set the angle however you want to. Go ahead and set it this way. It's going to be a little bit tall here. Let's change the angle on that bit. The keyboard out of the way. And you are set for FaceTime mode. So if you're somebody who does a lot of FaceTime, you've got a nice secure stand. This thing is not going to go anywhere. Obviously, you don't want to bump it, but it does feel like it's not going to fall over or knock over when you're using it. So if you're kind of a heavy FaceTime user, the FaceTime mode is definitely a cool thing to have. And I'm sure there's other cases that offer this too, which is fine. But so there you go. Got your FaceTime mode. Okay, let's check out the next viewing mode. All right, so with the keyboard detached, this viewing mode is just simply called viewing mode. So you can see how it's just on its side now. And I do have the unlock button on, so it'll keep rotating the screen as necessary. So on the box, they show the guy working in the kitchen. So this definitely would come in handy for, you know, kind of moving around the house and home projects, maybe doing some projects out in the garage, little DIY stuff. Again, I do like how they designed the flap. It does feel very sturdy. It does have some little rubber corners here on the back of the flap, which prevent the unit from sliding just sitting around. Definitely going to come in handy, so I do like that. There's no rubber feet on the bottom though, so it does rotate easily if you need it to. Okay, but it's not going to fall over, which is definitely a bonus. And again, you can put your stylus pen up on the top there. All right, so that's the next mode. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and check out the last mode that it offers. All right, and last but not least, we just have reading mode. All you got to do is fold the flap back in, just clips back into place, and you are good to go. Just go ahead and hold it, and you can take it and use it however you want to. Read your favorite books or magazines and all that fun stuff. Do the work that you want to do, and you are all set. Okay, let's actually hook it up and just do some basic keyboarding and just see how it responds. Check out that keyboard brightness level. I mean, unfortunately, it's It's early evening here, you know, late afternoon, so you're not going to really possibly see much of the brightness level, but it should look pretty good. And we'll just see how it goes from there. All right, hang tight. And it's about that time that I forgot that I have a basement. So we are in the utility room. Let's go ahead and turn the lights off here and just see what happens when we light up the keyboard a little bit. All right, not bad. So it does give you the regular control over the keyboard. Here we go. Press up on it. This is max brightness. Let me go ahead and take the phone off, or the camera off the tripod. It does backlight really well. And yeah, I mean, that's, oh, geez. Okay, so when you touch any part of it, it's going to bring the light back on. So it does shut off just after a few minutes of inactivity, which is fine, but very, very cool. I do like that. Very easy to read, and again, you can adjust the brightness levels. It kind of just goes in preset increments. It's not really like a progressive style. It just goes up. You've got 1, 2, just 2 settings of brightness, which is very cool. All right, let's get the lights back on and just do some basic typing and give a little final analysis of this keyboard case. All right, hang tight. All right, so let's just go ahead and test out the keyboard and just do some general typing. We'll just call this document hello. Now, please bear in mind that I have not typed on this before than just a few little bits of testing of the keys that I did earlier. I keep going for a trackpad down here, and it kind of drives me nuts because I'm not used to using a case like this. I've got a Bluetooth keyboard for my other iPad, and I used it from time to time, so let's just see how this feels when you're doing some general typing. Hello, I am testing out the new Logitech, well, maybe it's new for me at least, right? Slim Combo case and keyboard. It is very easy to type on. I'm making a lot of mistakes. I do apologize. I've been going full speed since about 5:30 this morning, and it's 5 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, you know, I mean, just general feel, the keys, you have a nice palm rest here. You do have a nice place to rest your palms. You can rest your hands on it. Very easy to maintain your home row, keep everything nice and straight. What does this do again? I'm kind of curious. Oh, there we go. All right, emojis. Not that I actually use them, but whoa, cool. Okay, so it does give you some different options. I guess I've never hit that key before, so hey, you learn something new every day, right? Overall, I am impressed. Let's try some basic Spanish characters here. Option 1, upside down exclamation mark, okay. Shift option question mark. Oh, now that's interesting. Okay, so to do an upside down question mark in Spanish, I may need to, well, usually you don't even have to configure the keyboard, so I'll have to look into that. But again, it's going to be a learning experience, so if you do happen to type in foreign languages, just to give you a heads up, you may need to change the whole keyboard setup. Usually the shortcut keys give you the characters that you need, especially if you're typing in foreign languages like Spanish, but that's okay, that's okay. All right, so there you have it, not bad. All right, let's have a few final thoughts about this case before it just sees itself into basic daily use. One thing I do like about this is in the classroom, I could basically use this as a laptop substitute, as my lessons are primarily digital that I teach the students. And you know, the ability to detach the tablet keeps me mobile in the classroom. If I'm going to be moving around from classroom to classroom, helping people with other projects, I can take it off. If I need to sit down and do some more typing, it's right there. Everything folds up into a nice, neat little package. You know, it does add some significant weight to the unit. I would probably guess this way maybe weighs around 8 or 9 ounces for both pieces, just kind of guessing. Maybe more about 10. I don't know, it's really hard telling. You need to get that on the scale, but anyway, it's not bad. I mean, it's going to give it a good amount of protection and just even more flexibility and usage, and I think that's definitely something that's going to come in handy. All right, a few final thoughts. All right, guys, so now we get down to the big question. Is the Slim Combo keyboard case, is it worth $129? You know, a lot of it really comes down to how much you think you're going to use the iPad, what you're going to use it for. If you're one of those people that can do everything on just simply touching on the screen and you can write whatever you need to write, then more power to you, go right ahead. One thing I will say about Logitech products, and people might disagree with me on this, but this is just my personal experience. After literally decades of using their products, I really have had very few problems with them. I mean, I still have some of their old peripherals just sitting around that I've been using since the 90s. I mean, they plug them in and they still work, which is pretty remarkable considering kind of the quality of things that you run into these days. Overall fit and finish, it does feel fairly durable. It does feel rugged. I can't imagine that this is water resistant in any kind of capacity, so definitely you want to be careful with that. The case is well designed. It snaps on well. Maybe try to pick one of these up used or see if you can find one on sale. I mean, again, you know, we're talking $129 here, but If you're going to use it a lot or use it as a laptop substitute, it might even save you some extra devices to purchase, say another computer, and it just really makes a lot more flexibility and brings a lot more use out of that iPad Pro. But pretty much that's it, guys. So I want to thank you for joining me today. So this was our test of the Logitech Slim Combo keyboard case cover. And overall, I am impressed. I would definitely pick one up if I was in the market for one. Again, this is just one of those units. This unit was not given to me by Logitech. So, I mean, the opinion that you're hearing is my own. This is what I think about it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't use it, because this thing is going to see daily use in my classroom. So overall, yeah, very impressed. I like the design. I like the way that it goes together. It feels like it's going to last, like you're going to get your value out of it. And I think that's very important when you buy peripherals these days. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the Apple brand keyboard to compare it with, so that might be some competition for this unit that you want to look into also. So do your own research, do some reviews, look around, see what you can find, and go from there. So guys, that's it. Thank you for joining me today on this peripheral review, on this review of this keyboard case combo. If you like what you see, please like or subscribe. And guys, you can check me out over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm out there. Again, we'll be bringing you more and more technology videos as time goes on. And I'll be giving you just kind of a little 1 to 2 week update on my experiences with the iPad Pro. Just considering that it is a major change for me going from an iPad 3 to a Pro. It's definitely snappier. It's a different layout. There's different gestures involved with it now. It's a whole new learning process anytime that you upgrade your gear. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I want you to have fun. I want you to be safe, and as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.